We believe we win.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are coming in from. Hope everybody's ready for the Miracle Magic Evening Call. For those that don't know me, my name is Robert Fitzgerald. I've been with the Miracle Ecosystem since almost the very beginning. But without further ado, I'm going to bring up the presenter and trainer tonight. He's not only one of the top earners and leaders in the company, he's been in the industry for decades, spearheaded teams of tens of thousands of people or more with multiple companies. He's been in and out of corporate, help write and design comp plans. He's a retired New York City firefighter, but above all that, he's my friend and sponsor. Ed, take it away.
Awesome, Robert. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, we're in amazing times right now. I apologize. I'm burning the candle at both ends. So I was just working on fast start training that we are going to do today. The slide that we're going to use is not done, you'll see, but I was trying to get it done right before this started. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so we got a good presentation here today. We're going to record this, and what we're looking to do, guys, with these presentations that we're doing is I like things that are fun, simple, fast. We're going to do a presentation. Robert, I think I made you co-host. If you could just monitor the the amount of chatter that we might get where mics open up. Okay, so
Got it.
got it. So as you can see, I think the slides look pretty awesome. We're working on really making something special for the time being, for the remainder of this 10-day blitz that we are on, which goes to this Sunday, May 17th. Every night from now, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be here. Bring guests. It's going to get better and better and better, as Robert says. And I promise you that in between the raindrops, there's going to be some aha moments. There's going to be some nuggets dropped, and there are going to be people who want to be a part of this because it's so dang exciting. So to get us started, one of the things that I wanted to do is, I've been in direct sales network marketing now for over 36 years, and I've worked inside of corporate, outside of corporate, mostly out in the field. And as a presenter, there were basically 5 points that we always like to cover. We like to cover the company, the product, the compensation plan, the timing, and the training and support. We're going to leave those last two out because they're really self-evident when you see what we're talking about here. So we're going to talk about the company, the product, and the magic, which is the comp plan. Make a grand in a day. Magic is an acronym. We're going to cover that in a little bit. But first, we want to really talk about the people behind the company. The upper left-hand corner is a contour hand. He is actually the idea man, the person who created Miracle back 9 years ago, 2017. Had a vision. He came from the banking industry. He had a very successful background in both being an innovator and creating products that didn't exist and made a very big impact on the world and getting on the blockchain. He saw the blockchain and he realized that the blockchain is going to be the future of finance. And so he wanted to get it going, and he did. And then in 2022, Micah Thierd and Ray Vidrio. Micah is the founder and CEO of Bellator. Bellator is the company that is the marketing arm that we get paid by. And Ray and I happened to hook up on a call, and he said, Ed, could you give me just 5 minutes so I could tell you what Mike and I have been up to? I said, sure, Ray. And he talked about how they partnered with this company called Miracle, and that they're located in Cyprus, and that they had the technology to allow stores to accept crypto as a form of payment. Now, for me, that was the buzzword because I've been in crypto before. I worked at one time where I was a consultant to a company out in Utah, worked out there for a short period as acting as president of the company, and it was a crypto company. And I just knew that blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin, it was going to be the future, no doubt about it. And based on the fact that he said they had the technology that the whole world needed, I was like, wow, if this is true, Ray, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and I'll come there. 6 days later, I was in Cyprus and I met the gentleman right there in the upper left. That's a contour hand. Now, to his right is Douglas Anderson. Douglas is the founder and CEO of Wall Street Capital Partners. He's also the chairman of the board of Mediterra. You're going to hear a bit about. He's also the president and CEO of an airport that's being built in Bucharest, Romania. That's a $2.5 billion project that the King of Saudi Arabia has committed $250 million to. And Douglas, I'm just going to, guys, say something that I don't mean to say to impress you, but I'm impressed by it. And I'll verify it as we go. These gentlemen that we're looking at here that are on the advisory council that we're blessed to have as our business partners and our advisors leading the way, they're all billionaires. I mean, they just are. Douglas Anderson, he's an amazing individual that has contact capital all over the world, where he had moved from his Upper East Side penthouse to go to Europe because he was looking for emerging markets that he could take companies public in the United States. That's what he did, and he took hundreds of companies public. And when he saw our technology and our company, he said, "Oh my goodness, this is what I've been looking for." So he's all in. He's as busy as anybody in spreading the word, and he's the one that's bringing us public on the NASDAQ, and that's going to happen any day now. So real special. Then he went on to tell us about John Bear, who's in the lower left-hand side. He's on the advisory. All these guys are on the advisory board, and some of them have partnership relationships with us. So John, I've heard a lot about him, and I can tell you that you know he formed a company called Cellular One that sold off to AT&T. He created the infrastructure for streaming video, which is now Netflix. He created the infrastructure and was purchased by Google, and what they run on today was his company. So these are acquisitions and that were billions of dollars. And so I did a little looking up on John, and sure enough, he sold his company that was part of Cellular One was sold to to AT&T for 1.8 billion and had a value, what they call a discounted cash flow analysis of over 5 billion. So that's who's here. And right next to him is Steve Norris. Steve was the chief counsel for the Marriott Corporation, served as CEO of Marriott for 10 years, and is the idea man and co-founder of the Carlyle Group, which is a $600 billion a year company. On the right-hand side there is Stephen Norris. Stephen Norris was an economic advisor to the President of the United States. He was selected by Donald Trump to become the chairman of the Fed, and he turned it down. And to his right is Fernando Valdesola, and his family built a little company that was known as Kenilworth. It's called PACCAR today. It's a $60 billion company down in Mexico, and he's a senator in Mexico. Why would all these guys come together and decide they wanted to be a part of this? And the reason why is we have something really special. So I'm not going to go over all of our products. We have multiple tokens. We have multiple nodes. We're just going to talk about the hottest thing that we're coming out with right now. And that's why this Blitz is going on, because all of us that have been marketing for Miracle have recognized what each and every one of these incredible men have said. That what you're going to take a look at here tonight, the product side of it, something called Score ID. You're going to see a video about that. You're going to hear about a Score token, and you're going to hear about an Alpha Pass, which is a licensing agreement that pays people and pays pretty substantially. And a lot of people are going to want this product. So let's jump right into the part that really what it's all about is the product. See, this product, Alpha Pass, it goes right now, we're selling it for $2,100. It'll go up in price over time, but we could pick this up for $2,100. And you want to know why? Why do we want to do that? Well, the two hottest things in the world today are AI and crypto. That's just where it is. And this is a product. This is a product that gives you licensing to a crypto and also a AI bunch of products. An actual AI company that we own that everybody will hear about in short order. But we could buy this Alpha Pass and get paid on a monthly basis with a very high annual rate of return, and we're going to talk about that. And so there are people now that are not buying one of these, but two of these, five of these, 10 of these. They're getting bundled as we speak. We'll be seeing them within a week's time. And I was on the Zoom with Micah Thaird, who's the founder and CEO of Bellator marketing arm, And as I was sitting there, his phone's lighting up, right? We're on a Zoom together. And just he and I, and his phone is lighting up. And he says, "Oh, look at this. This guy just bought 50, bought 50 of these alpha passes." And so you're going to see this. And not only can you own one and have something that creates a passive income for you that's actually being able to pay you at a significantly higher rate than you could get in a bank or anywhere else. But if you want to market these, you could make a substantial amount of money, and we're going to get to the money in just a minute. So, but I really want to substantiate the product because the product is everything. The product stands on its own. People will buy this product without an opportunity to build a business. You don't have to build a business. You'll if you're an investor and you analyze this and you look at it, there's a good chance that you might buy Alpha Pass. So this is something that you buy at one time, you pay once, and you own a lifetime of an AI license and everything that comes with that. So what the company is paying to us and the way in which it works is you're buying a license for this access to this extraordinary technology and the usage of it, the availability to sell it, and they lease it back from you and will pay you $90 a month for the first 12 months. And then they'll increase that in the second year and they can pay $120 a month. And when you look at a $2,100 product that pays you money, that's never been done in the direct sales network marketing industry before, where the product pays you. This product pays you. And when you think about that, you think about fixed income. What is fixed income? Fixed income is anywhere you put your money and you're going to get paid a certain amount from it. And usually they're talking about annual, an ARR, annual rate of return. You go to your bank and you put money in, and I like to kid around with people, and we're not going to do this here because we're not all looking at each other. But if we were in a room, I'd say just by a show of hands, how many people here actually have a bank account? Does anybody here have a bank account? Oh, you all have a bank account. Wow. You got a checking account? Oh, that's pretty cool. You got a savings account? Yeah, wow. So how much do those things pay you? I mean, you're putting your money in the bank. How much is the bank giving you? And when you look around and you see what you're getting, on a checking account, you're getting less than 1%. On a savings account, you're lucky if you get 1%. And then for those who want to have a little bit more interest getting paid to them because they're tying up their money, they'll do that in a CD and tie it up for multiple months just to get 2 or 3%. And then maybe you'll go into a money market to get 4%. And then maybe you'll invest in the stock market and play the roulette table and see if you could come out on top. And the best of the best of the best of the best, and I'm talking about the Amazons and the Facebooks and the Googles and the Microsoft. They're called the Magnificent Seven, by the way. There's 7 companies that are at the top of the NASDAQ. And if you invested in those companies over a period of time, 10, 15, 20 years, you'll come out ahead. You'll come out earning about 11%. So I'm not saying we're an investment bank. I'm not giving anybody any guarantees. This whole thing could fall apart tomorrow. But I'm just a numbers guy. I look at 120 per month and I go, well, if I buy something for $2,100 that is going to pay me $120 a month, at the end of a year, how much did I gain? And if you run those numbers, it's over 60%. And on the first year at the 90, it's over 50%. So this is a product, when you see our company, the people behind it, where we're going and what we're doing, these are what's called real world assets that you could buy one time, get paid on forever. They're saleable, inheritable, and they're also transferable. So I'm at the stage in my life where I've worked. My wife and I both retired. We worked our careers. And at this stage in our life, we're making our money work for us. In the past, we worked for our money. Now we're making our money work for us. And if that sounds of interest to you, you might really want to take a good look at what we got here and what we're doing. So let's take a look at this is a little video. It's just a little over a minute long. That'll kind of give you a good understanding of what we just talked about.
We have achieved so much together. We broke limits. We built momentum. We proved what is possible. But now, it is time for something bigger. It is time to turn our success into a new opportunity. Introducing Alpha Pass. Pay once, own your lifetime AI license. With Alpha Pass, you get access to the AI world and the tools you need to move forward. In your first year, you can receive $90 per month. In your second year, that can become $120 per month. And from the third year forward, Alpha Pass creates an opportunity for at least $90 per month based on the plan conditions. And that is only the beginning. With the Miracle Magic Compensation Plan, you can build your own commission world. A smarter system, a stronger opportunity, a bigger future. We came this far together. Now, with Alpha Pass, we move into the next level together. The old walls are broken. The new world is open. Alpha Pass is here. Now it is time to take your place.
Bellator Life. To your legacy.
To your legacy with Bellator Life. Bellator is the marketing arm, is what we get paid by. And now we're going to take a look at a little video on Miracle Score. Now, this scoring product is unique in the world. It's the first ever scoring product that actually measures what's called a blended score. So you have the companies that we're all familiar with when we get our credit score. You're talking about Equifax and Experian and TransUnion, and we get a score. Well, the scoring systems in the scoring industry is mega business. It's big, big, big business. And the reason why people get scored is because the lenders who are going to lend you the money to buy the house, to buy the car, to do the things that you want to do, want to see that you're credit worthy, that you're good with your money and you'll pay your bills. It's basically the bottom line. But what they don't know is if you're an investor in crypto and you have a nest egg in crypto, and you might be a Bitcoin billionaire, you might be a Bitcoin millionaire, and it doesn't show up on your credit score. This product is the first of its kind to actually measure both your traditional financial credibility and also your credibility within the digital space. And so let's take a look at this video. And the reason why we show you this is because although it's part of the project that we're talking about with the Alpha Pass, you get paid in Score Token. And Score Token just finished our family and friends round where it finished out at 30 cents a token. Those of us who buy these, what we call an Alpha Pass, we're getting paid in Score Token at 20 cents, which means you're going to get that $90 equates to $450 at 450 coins at that. And we have a projection to bring it public in June at about $1.50 a coin. So we've experienced this in the past. We have our own chain called the Miracle Chain. The Miracle Chain has a token called the Mirex token, and we have something called the Guardian Nodes on there. But the Mirex token, I saw that Gretchen's in the room, Tammy's in the room, Robert's in the room. I think Tyrone is here. We were all in July of this past year. We were all in Cyprus. Had an incredible few days there. A lot of fun. We did a lot of things, but we also had one night where we launched and introduced to people the Miracle Chain and the Mirex token. And the Mirex token we were able to acquire in the beginning of Friends and Family at 25 cents. Some of us bought it at 25. It went all the way up to 80 cents, and then we brought it to market at $1.25. And just less than 2 months ago, that token took off and went from $1.25, $1.50, $2, $2.50, $3. It even surpassed recently the $4 mark. It's back down around the $3 mark right now, but we picked it up at 25 cents a piece. So you're in the right place at the right time. You're in the beginning stages of what we believe. And I'm not gonna say this. I'm gonna take it out of the mouth of people like Douglas Anderson and Russell Gerson, who's one of our board of advisors. they not only think that we're going to be a billion-dollar company, but multiples of billions. And so we all are in agreement that this company is going to be a unicorn and it's going to be a household word around the world. And when you see the companies that have already contracted with us, the companies like the biggest merchant terminals in the world, Ingenico and Pax, Verifone and NCR, Shopify, they're using our technology to accept crypto as a form of payment. And so there's even bigger names that are coming as soon as we get that ticker symbol on the Nasdaq, and we could share that with everybody. It's going to go out in press releases, and people are going to be wowed. They're going to be really surprised. So this is serious stuff, guys. This is big, big business, and we have a chance to really capture it. So let's take a look at this score product, because this is the future of finance. People don't even know about it yet, and we own it.
To the traditional banking world, you are a blind spot. They look at you and they see no history, no profile, no value. But they can't see the digital empire you've built on the blockchain. Your true financial power remains invisible to them. Score ID builds the bridge, seamlessly blending your verified digital assets with traditional data, translating your complex financial life into one universal standard, the Miracle Score. Turn your digital wealth into instant action. Secure that luxury rental in seconds. Expand your purchasing power anywhere, all backed by mathematical transparency and a strict privacy-first architecture. Your data stays yours. Score ID, the trust standard of hybrid finance. Score ID.
So Score ID is going to be something that people see on television commercials. They're going to hear about it. They're going to want it. They're going to want to download it. And companies, corporations, lending institutions are going to want that data. And so this is something that we're bringing to market that I believe will become a household word around the world. And it's first of its kind again. So you're probably wondering right now, if you're the type of person that, you really don't want to do a business, you don't want to get involved with sales, and we appreciate that, because we have a lot of people like that. They just want the product. They just want to invest in the company and make money with the company, and that's great. So those of you who are in that camp, don't pay attention to what I'm about to talk about next, because this is to appeal to the people who realize that on a very part-time basis, you could refer to this to others, and there's some real good money that could be made. The Jerry Maguire movie was so funny when Jerry Maguire says, "Show me the money." And my wife says to me, "Say it in cash." She doesn't want to hear this pitch. She doesn't want to hear, everything that's going on and the excitement we have and how much fun we're having. And she says to me, "Ed, just say it in cash." And so we're going to say it in cash, and whoops. Yes. So this is where, so I thought it was a training component. All right, here, I could do the whole comp plan right here, but I wanted to really isolate some things, and we'll go there after this presentation is over. We're going to be done here in less than 5 minutes, but I want to show you, if you do choose to participate, the product, what we call the Miracle MASGIC comp plan, the Miracle Pay plan, is and we call it MASGIC because the acronym again is Make a Grand in Commission. And you can see on the left-hand side, it says direct commissions. You either make 200 or you make 1,000. That's it. If you get started with us, the first two sales that you make $200 on that $2,100 product. And then after that, your third sale and beyond, I should say, you can make. And we were going to cover that in training. If you buy one, you sell two, you qualify to earn $1,000, make $1,000 on each product. So for the person who's, looking to get something where they can make a full-time income, we're going to show you in the training how that's very possible month one, right out the gate. And so the direct commission part, again, $200 to newbies that we call them trainees. And in your first two sales are made and you purchased a product, now you make $1,000 on every sale thereafter. That's pretty substantial. Then what we have is what we call a coded bonus on your first two, and I should say on the first two of your third and beyond. So when you after you get qualified, and the term I like to call is a Q4 magic training. Q for magic. Q for magic stands for qualified for magic. You're qualified for the magic, and at that point in time, every sale you make thereafter, when you help those people do what you just did, make two sales and get qualified to in the magic plan to make a grand, then you get the difference between the $200 that the new person gets for the first and second sale, and you make 800. And that's why in that area it's called two up teams. These are teams that the first two's all the way down to infinity. And this area of the plan could be very rich, and people could really make a substantial amount of money. And then on the right hand side, we have what's called generational overrides, and we pay 10%, 5%, and 5% on generations 1, 2, and 3. And so the next piece I was going to dive into is not totally complete yet. So I'm going to bring this portion to a close, and then you'll see my jibber jabber, and we'll work on putting it together. I have a great visual. I know the flow that I want to deliver in. I'm under the 30-minute mark right now, so we intend to keep these presentations to less than 30 minutes. In fact, the target is to do the opportunity portion of it in just 14 minutes, then do a 10-minute fast start training, and then let everybody go to work, pick up the phones, contact their friends, say, you got to see this thing. This thing's incredible. And by the way, we will record these, and we'll have, there's going to be great tools that you could use just to, show to people. And if they like it, great. If they don't, that's okay too. Non-invasive, no high pressure sale, nothing like that. But there are a lot of people out there that are looking for a blessing, and we can deliver that to them. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hang in there if you want to stay around. I would say stick around. We'll go over this mess, and maybe I could fix it as we go. But for those of you that are here for the first time, do your due diligence. Get involved. By the way, it's free to become a member of Bellator. You get a website, you get a referral link, you can make money without spending money. So for anybody who's open to the idea of making more money, and by the way, that's what I call a qualified prospect. A qualified prospect to me is three things. Number one, they're open to the idea of making more money. Number two, they have goals, dreams, and desires to do more, to be more, to have more in life. And the third is they're willing to spend money to make money. And if those three things speak to you, you're a qualified prospect. Come on board, because I'm telling you, the majority of the qualified prospects that we sit down with, Robert, who introduced me, and myself, we close over 50% of the people that are qualified prospect and see this information. And it's becoming very lucrative for a lot of us, and it could be an extra side gig for anybody who wants it to. And I'm going to show you in a little bit how much of a side gig it could be, and a side gig could give you a full-time income and better. So I always like to say, no matter what happens in your life, always have a positive outlook that the best is yet to come. To God be the glory. We're going to stop the recording now. We'll go into that training. Where'd that search button disappear to? When it's in the share mode, I gotta go back to share to find it. When it's in the share mode, it's easy to stop. I gotta do that from now on. Back into share mode, and I click on this and recording and stop the recording.